right, welcome back to the channel. It's Heart Connected Communication, and I'm Marcia Kristen. This is where we get to the heart of it. So today in this video, we're going to be looking at one of the most important things we can pay attention to in communication and in our relationships, and that's intention. It frames everything, and it makes a huge difference. Let's go ahead and get to the heart of it. If you haven't seen some of the other videos about universal needs, which is the heart of nonviolent communication and the 4 parts of the form, and also it's a big piece of the consciousness that we can look at when we're looking at better communication and relationship skills, I'd have you go look at those videos and also the one on feelings. And I have another video that might be helpful, which is what is empathy. Today we're looking at intention. And I'm going to bring up the model again because it's really helpful to look at the 4 parts of nonviolent communication and the consciousness that it's connected to. And that form is there to support the consciousness of connection. And as you can see, the intention is on connection. The intention of NVC is to create a quality of connection that allows us to understand and value others' needs, and that helps us hold all the needs with care and explore together how to meet those needs. I'm just going to bring in some examples that might be helpful. Sometimes when we're unaware of our intention, we're actually surprised at what happens, and yet that intention has set the whole thing onto a path. So for example, let's say I'm washing the dishes and my intention is I'm feeling angry and frustrated. My intention is for someone to feel guilty that they didn't do that and I'm doing all the work. That's going to be very different experience, right? If I become aware of that intention, I might really be able to connect with, wow, what am I really wanting? I'm really wanting to maybe be seen and be heard for the work that I'm contributing. And so maybe it's actually that I'm wanting to contribute to the house or our common space being a place of nurturance, of some beauty and order that might really support us to be able to have meaningful space together and to care for each other and including myself. And I might be able to have a much different energy in a sense when I'm connected with that intention that I'm really wanting to choose. A lot of nonviolent communication is coming back to choice. We hold this intention to connect heart to heart, connect to our own hearts, connect to others' hearts. And the intention is what holds everything. This is a really important piece, that if we hold an intention that adheres to some other piece, like maybe wanting to change someone, maybe wanting to be seen as right or fix or solve or any of those intentions, then we move away from the heart-to-heart connection. And then no matter how strictly we stick to the form or the speech, it goes in a completely different direction because the intention isn't on connection and heart connection and holding all the needs with care. So today I have an exercise that I sometimes do in groups when we're in person. And I want you to just visualize if you want, and this may be a way to get a felt sense of intention. You can decide how you want to be and make any necessary adjustments. And you can focus your attention inward, and you can close your eyes or gently drop your gaze. Have a soft gaze. And just notice whether you chose to keep your eyes open or closed. Are you aware of the intention behind that choice? And then bring to mind, where did you sit the last time you sat down? Are you aware of the intention behind that choice? And in your mind's eye, you might go to recalling a time today, something you said or did. Do you know what your intention was? And what was your intention on coming and listening to this video or watching this video today? Did you notice that you were wanting growth or learning or connection or maybe even something to do with relief from stresses of the day, companionship, care. And then I invite you just to come back with your eyes open. And normally I would ask you to look around the room, aware of other people and eyes that have gone through the same little visualization. In this place, you can visualize a circle of people that may be exploring this together and looking around and taking that in. Maybe you can imagine the other people who have watched this video, who are going to, what was their intention? What's my intention in bringing this to YouTube? So this is a little bit of a practice to help us look at some of our intentions. We so often don't have awareness of our intentions. And this might be something that you would like to work on to support yourself in being more aware, acting more mindfully. This is something you can check in with. What were your intentions in any given moment of something you did or said? You can do that in hindsight. You can check in with yourself ahead of something. What is my intention? What are the values that I want to be connected to? You might practice by choosing some people that you want to mindfully have the intention of connection with and see what it's like to approach a conversation or an interaction with the intention to connect. And I have another practice for you that will help to have the distinction and the felt sense of intention. So once again, you can decide how you're sitting. You can close your eyes and bring your attention inward. And in a minute or two, you might hear a sound or a bell. So this particular practice might be a little easier if we were in a circle of people, but I think we can try and play with this. So if you want, you can even get a mirror or watch this and have a mirror, be in a room where there is a mirror. And you can try this just by looking at yourself. Normally, I would ask you, when the bell rings, to slowly open your eyes and look around at the people in the circle. So you can imagine this if you'd like, or if you have the mirror, I'll give you a little bit of silence just to check in and close your eyes or have a soft gaze. Now with the bell sound, open your eyes. You can still listen to my voice, but look into the mirror. You can keep looking without speaking or gesturing or smiling or otherwise communicating with yourself in the mirror or with the others you're visualizing. And just notice what comes up. But notice what comes up for you when you gaze at yourself in the mirror. And I'm going to leave some silence for about 1 minute. Okay, and with the sound of the bell, just want to ask, what came up for you? I'm imagining it was pretty strange, maybe to look at yourself in the mirror for that long, or imagine yourself looking at other people without gesturing or speaking. I'm imagining there was all kinds of thoughts that came up. So maybe write in the comments, what thoughts came up for you? What did you notice? Did you notice any judgmental thoughts of yourself? Or of others, maybe of me in this video? If you became aware of judging or thoughts, do you remember what feelings came up for you? Did you notice any needs universal human needs. Something like, were you longing for acceptance? Did you notice a sense of play? Maybe you had some learning. Maybe you were connected to needs for care and gentleness, or maybe some self-acceptance. I'll put a link below for the human needs list if that's supportive, and also for a feelings list. And just remembering what we learned from nonviolent communication, and in my video about 6 important things to learn about feelings, is that feelings are information and feelings are connected to needs. Now, what might be helpful is to take a moment of silence or pause the video and connect in with yourself. Were there some unmet needs that came up for you? Maybe there was a critical voice or some blame. Maybe by looking at yourself in the mirror, something got triggered in you. You can take a moment to connect with any needs that might be up or have been up through the exercise. And then you can just pick one that was maybe most prominent for you. If there were no unmet needs, did you have feelings that you enjoyed and so there were some met needs? You can take one of those. And whatever you picked, create a blessing for yourself. So maybe there was a sense of longing for acceptance and care and respect. I might choose to do acceptance. And so my blessing might be, may I experience acceptance. Or may I experience belonging. May I experience care. May I be safe. And now the last part of the exercise is closing your eyes again and going inside. See if you can connect with the innate beauty that you are, of who you are, your essence, a living human being that is precious, and that there is only one, and yet interconnected and connected to the preciousness. Just connecting to your essence of being a human in this moment. Maybe perhaps more it's a physical sensation in your body in this moment, such as the steady beat of your heart, the miracle of the human body, of you. Maybe it's a phrase that speaks to you, children of the universe. Some people enjoy children of God, a being on this earth, made of stars, whatever it is, that it works for you. Maybe it's an image, ocean waves, or being on a ridgetop, on a mountaintop, or in the forest. Some image that connects you to the preciousness and the essence, your place in the universe. Take a moment to connect to your own basic humanity, of the oneness of life, the oneness with life. Now recall the blessing that you had. May I be safe, or may I have acceptance. And then in a moment, I ask you to open your eyes. You can visualize other people that you would want to send this blessing to, or you can look in the mirror and send it to yourself. May I have acceptance. If you were in a room, I would ask that you would send this silent blessing as your intention, as you look around, just with your eyes, and it would be said silently. So you can do that for yourself, looking in the mirror. Just sending that silent blessing as you look into your own eyes. And you can imagine looking into the eyes of others and sending this blessing silently. And in the last few moments of this exercise, the invitation is to close your eyes again, if they aren't closed already. And just change that blessing to be, may we all have acceptance. May we all have belonging. May we all be safe. And then imagine it spreading to embrace others in your circle and spreading out from there, including yourself, spreading to those you love, those you don't know. And setting it as an embrace, something that will embrace everyone. And notice what it feels like to have that intention of holding needs with care and meeting needs for all. And as we close this, you might open your eyes and just know that everyone who's watching this, or myself, that all of us are sending this blessing out and holding the needs with care. What did you learn about intention? And you might put down in the comments or write in your journal for yourself, or maybe have a moment to integrate this practice. What might this mean? Where could you apply this? What difference might it make for you to be connected to intention and the intention of holding needs, intention to connecting to humanity and to hearts? And the invitation is to take this out into your daily life. And you can always come back to this and practice again, noticing what was something that you said or did. Maybe something you enjoyed, maybe something you didn't enjoy. What might have been your intention? What needs were you trying to meet? How did that go? What was it like when you had an intention for connection? So the hopes was that this exercise would help to look at what our intentions are and how often we aren't aware. And when we bring the mindfulness to our intentions, we are so much more likely to be able to change that intention and take that awareness and be able to meet more needs of ourselves and for others. I really wish I could see all your faces, so I'd love to hear comments or get some likes. Let me know what might be more helpful or what's helpful so far. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.
Where do you go when you can't? Where do you go when you can't sleep at night?